Hey everybody, it's time for my final video regarding Diablo Immortal, and as you can see, this video will be all about the cash shop, an in-depth look at how Blizzard will want to suck every penny out of you if you let them, and also the effects that will have on the game going forward, such as the leaderboards, all those extra events, even some of the PvP elements, and absolutely all the Battleground PvP elements, which will affect your clan potentially as well. So there are knock-on effects, and this is what we'll be discussing today. First, I'm going to be looking at the cash shop. I'm going to go through the bundles that you see in front of me. Then I'm going to be going into the crests and the cosmetics, the services, things like that. I'm going to go through that piece by piece, and then finally it's going to be the knock-on effects of the pay-to-win structure. So do not be under any illusion. This game is pay to win, which I'm sure if you are a Diablo Immortal fan, or at least have, well, been on the internet in the last few weeks, then you will have seen nothing but distaste from this title. So let's just kick off into it. If you have watched the first video from this little mini series regarding Diablo Immortal, which is my first impressions, I did have a look at the cash shop during that. However, as time goes on, and especially after that video, more things opened up, and now I have an even better scope of what is going to be within this game, the predatory marketing that takes place, and the little things that to try and catch you out on. So let's just dive straight into it. So starting off, when you first complete a dungeon, you're going to be given the Mad King's Breach Trove. So pretty much your reward for completing this dungeon, once you get outside and you kill Leoric for the first time, you will be given a bundle in your face, and you'll be like, okay, for 99 cents. Once again, this will all depend on your currency, your region and stuff, but this is euro, because I'm in Europe. So you get the idea. Not €1, 99 cents. That's just like easy marketing just there, you know, making it seem a bit cheaper than what it is. Now with these bundles, these are one-time only bundles, and you're going to get a bundle every single time you pretty much defeat one of the game's main dungeons. The only exception to these bundles right now is this beginner's pack, which you get after a couple of minutes realistically into the game, around the time that you help Decker Kane, and I think it's maybe the first shard or the second shard or something like that. It's pretty quick into the game. Now another marketing ploy, as you can probably see right here, is this God knows value, where they got these values from, but 800%, you know, value. I'm like, okay, but who made up this percentage? Who made these values? You know, it's the marketing team. It's like, whoa, for 99 cents, I get 800% extra value, and I get some eternal orbs and some cosmetic weapon. Whoa! Now, pretty much within all these bundles is more or less the exact same things. They just increase more and more as time goes on. So if I look at the absolute final bundle that you can get during the main campaign, pre-level 60 for example, it's going to be this one here, the Pit of Anger. Now if you Anguish. Now if you look at this as well, they constantly keep rising each time as well. So the further you get into the game, the more money they will want from you. So it started off at 99 cents, and now it's up to $29.99. That's a huge extra value though, guys. So what is the typical stuff you get in these? Typically, the main draw point is literally these legendary crests, which is what you will use to get legendary gems guaranteed from the Elder Rifts, which is pretty much the most, it's probably the primary way of getting better in this game, because legendary crests, legendary gems can make or break the game. Essentially, it's probably the most important part of the game. So although you cannot essentially buy equipment like Wyatt Chang would, his most famous tweet, I guess, right now is saying that there is no way that players can buy equipment. But what he did not specify, and he intentionally made sure that he did not specify, is that the gems that go into your equipment, you need to buy those, because you will not be able to get the best legendary gems without paying and getting these legendary crests. There's no other realistic way of getting these outside of one per month, which you can get from the Hilt Trader, one per month, or if you get, or if you do some clan activities and you win the wars and stuff, which you know, that's going to be impossible. Eventually, you might get lucky right at the start, but after that it gets impossible. The game does give you a freebie just to get that addiction rolling in, giving that nice sweet, like, ooh, that little bit of nectar that you need, that little dopamine hit. It gives you one, so it will then teach you, put this into the rift and boom, you get legendary items. Woo! But outside of that, you'll have your typical ordinary elder crests, and you're in for a bad time, guys. The drops between are unfortunately very sad. Aspirants keys, these are going to open chests for you. This will help on another system. And eternal orbs, we'll get back to this, but more or less this type of stuff is what you're going to expect from these chests. There'll be small differences. There'll be gems, or there might be some regular crests, things like that. But more or less, you're going to have always the legendary crests. Now, the last time you get offered one of these one-time only bundles, now remember, this is a one-time only bundle, can only buy it once. The last time you'll be offered a one-time only bundle is when you reach Hell difficulty, which is completing the main campaign and getting to level 60. And this is the last one for €50. Oh, my excuse me, marketing, sorry, €49.99. And they will give you the grand total of 20 legendary quests, which means 10 minutes of gameplay where you can get you can get 20 legendary gems in 10 minutes of gameplay if you buy this bundle. Get a lot of level 1 normal gems, which you can, there's 48 there, so there's quite a lot. Oh, it's obtained 8 of each type. Okay, so you can upgrade 2 of those to each into rank 2s. Awesome, thank you, Blizzard. And then you get a lot of eternal orbs as well. Now, a lot of eternal orbs. You can buy some cosmetics and things with that. But we'll get more into that. Now, what opens up eventually? Now, I'm not quite sure when these open up, but I think it is also once you complete the main campaign. So all these, once again, these bundles here, these are unlocked per dungeon as a one-time reward. Congratulations, you killed the boss. Here's your loot. Oh wait, it's locked behind a pay-to-win wall. You will get your standard loot, but if you want that little bit more from the boss, pay. Okay, so these unlock next. These will refresh over time. So you have some weeklies here, you have a monthly chest, and then you have one that comes every 3 days. So let's just look at the monthly chest. You can only buy this once a month only. So if you want this, pay an extra €50 every single month on top of that. You're going to get lots more keys. You're going to get lots of legendary crests, and you're going to get lots of gems. Pretty much very similar priced. It is a similar price to the Hell Trove, and it's very similar what you get as well within this. But since it's per month, they're going throwing in some extra crests just to kind of sweeten that deal for you. What can we get every 3 days? Oh, okay, every 3 days, if I spend €6, I can get 6. I can get 6 different crests, 3 legendary and 3 ordinary. Come on. Aspirant. Oh, wow. Okay, for €9 every week, I could get 170 keys, which is quite a lot of keys, to be fair. You could open probably about, I don't know, maybe 10 or so chests in the Sanctum with that. Maybe a bit more. Probably a bit more, actually. But yeah, you'll be able to level up one of the systems quite fast with that. But once again, €9 every week if you want that. Or you can get lots of gems for €8 a week. Or you can get, well, some rift supplies. 6 every week, €10. And you know there will be someone who'll be there waiting every single week just to buy these. You just know there is at least one person out there. But the kick in the face, that slap that you need to realize is that when you want to get your free daily reward, which is quite pathetic to be honest, now you're going to get more or less 2 of these every time. You might get very lucky and get this glowing shard. These can also be found by dismantling or salvaging a legendary equipment. So they're not that hard to get, but they're a lot more finite than, let's say, the gold or scrap materials or some dust. Basically, play the game for a few minutes and you'll get this already. So the slap in the face is that, as you can see, to get to this free daily reward, just a little bit of extra marketing for you to understand, they put it at the end of all the lovely loot, all the good stuff in the game, all the stuff you can potentially pay for. You have to scroll down through here and you can see your free daily reward. Now, if you're cute enough, you'll be able to fast track this, but still, it's still right at the end. Not at the top where it should be, if anything. It's right at the end. Predatory practice. And then on top of that, then you have some special bundles. Once again, all these values, 170% values. I don't know where the heck they get these from, but these are special. Once again, you can only get these on a one time, and these will get you some legendary gems, specific legendary gems, some fragments which are used to upgrade legendary gems, and a couple of crests along with it. Now, these start going all the way up to €100. So you can get the basic bundle, or you might want to get a bit better. As you can see, the rewards are a little bit more in each one. So it's $3.50, okay, 50, and for an extra €10, this goes up to 25 extra, okay? Now, these are very difficult to get in general, okay? And then lastly, you're going to get 2 gems and more. So if you go, look at the difference between this, an extra gem plus 25 more of these fragments. Look at that price difference. Now, yes, you can only buy it one time, but you could just see how easy it is for you to drop. If you add up all these prices here, and then these as a one-time bundle, and let's just say you constantly refresh these, you can just think of how much money is going to be just thrown at this. So let's go from that, which is already pretty pathetic, but let's go from that and let's go into the battle pass, because this is a nice simple one to explain. Now, I must say, because with the battle pass, since I knew I was going to play it for, you know, probably a good 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks, because that's all I've ever planned to play this game, because I knew it was going to be pay to win. Basically, playing this game is a complete waste of time unless you're going to actually pay to actually win. So pretty much it's wallet wars, okay? Wallet wars. So whoever has the biggest wallet will win in this game. The skill might come towards the end, but a bit of skill, but pretty much you don't want a game that has too much skill, because then people won't want to spend. You want to make it as simple as possible. Like Diablo 3 was quite simple, but it was also in depth as well. And this is what I love. How many times do I get disconnected from this game? It's not even funny. This is the 4th time I actually crashed or got disconnected while online today. It's absolutely ridiculous. And they want people to actually pay for this game. You know, by buying stuff, of course. So let's go back into the Boon again, the Boon of Plenty. So where are we? So it's not the Boon of Plenty, the Battle Pass, my apologies. So with the Battle Pass, you're going to have 2 lines here. I'm on Battle Pass 36. I'm going to play until I get to 40, just because I want to just get to the end and be like, yay, I got there. And then I'm quitting. Literally, that's all what I'm doing. Now I have 20 days to get 4 levels. I literally can log in for about 10 minutes a day and get to that. That's, you know, not much. Even realistically, I shouldn't even log in anymore. That's it. But once I get to here, I promise, once this is done, I'm quitting. So you get the upper line for free, which has some just basic trickled rewards just for doing some in-game content. And then for €5 extra, once again, apologies, $4.99, you're going to have a secondary row here, which will include some legendary gems and some really valuable good loots, the odd legendary crest. I think you get 2 legendary crests here, some keys, gems, etc. All the way up towards the final, where you get a nice cosmetic armor, which looks pretty cool, to be fair. This armor is pretty cool looking, okay? And this is where I'll talk about this a little bit more, but in a moment. But cosmetics, if it was just cosmetics, I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. But that's unfortunate. It's not just cosmetics. And realistically, for the next battle pass, then they'll have another set waiting and more rewards, and they'll just keep adding on every 30 plus days. They'll add a new battle pass. So for an extra $4.99, you can get the Empowered Battle Pass. If that was your monthly subscription, that wouldn't be so bad. I would have no problem personally paying a monthly subscription if the game was excellent and there was no pay to win features. Unfortunately, the game is not excellent. The game is not. I did go on record on stream and also on my previous videos saying it was good and in depth. I'd like to change my opinion from good and bring it down to it's decent or it's okay. Because literally the more I played it since my last video, the more I played the end game content a little bit every day, the more it started to feel like Diablo 3, and Diablo 3 was without a doubt the worst Diablo out of the main 1 and 2, okay? Without a doubt. It was the worst one. It was just bad. And the gameplay is inspired a lot by Diablo 3. There's not much innovation that has been given here, if even that. The other games, such as Path of Exile, for example, there's nothing here that they don't do a million times better. So the competition that Blizzard has is outdoing them at a huge, huge rate. Now, on top of this, you can also buy levels, and you can also get an Empowered Battle Pass, where you'll get some extra cosmetic rewards at the end, which is these two things here, which is a portal, and also a little frame around your avatar, because yeah. But the big attraction to this is that you can, for $14.99. If I say €15, guys, I really just mean 1 cent less, okay? I have to keep correcting myself. I have to stop that. But for $14.99, you can then buy extra levels. Now, the reason this is crossed out is because I have less than 10 levels that I can go. I'm actually even surprised it actually reduces it for you. I did not even expect that. But okay, it reduces it. But realistically, I just need a couple of more ranks and I'm rank 40. But if I wanted, pretty much what I'm paying for at this stage is just to buy these two, and I couldn't give a crap. So that's pretty much it. If you want to buy a fast pass and get through these levels at a quicker rate, you can keep buying this again and again, and you can choose how many levels you want to buy at a time as well. So this could end up costing you a lot more realistically. Let's move on to the next option here, the Boon of Plenty. Now this is the tricky one. This is extremely predatory, and it's only unless you look at the fine print, okay, you will get tricked by this, okay? So what is the Boon of Plenty? You can buy for 30 days at a time for €9.99. For 30 days at a time, you can buy this up to 3 times in a row, okay, in quick succession. So you can have 90 days for pretty much just under €30, okay? So what do you get? Every single consecutive day, the most important word there is consecutive day, that you log in. Not that just passes, that you log in physically into the game every time it resets at 3 a.m. our time. Maybe it does down to USA too at 3 a.m. I have no idea. But every time you log in consecutively, you will get a reward. Now, it looks like, just from the first outgoing, that you're going to get a lot of stuff. Realistically, all you're getting every single day is these. An Elder Crest and a gem. Okay? It's not until you log in consecutively for... Now, this is where the fine print comes in. If you don't check this, you're going to potentially miss out on items here. And this is what Blizzard wants to happen. You need to click on the information tab, and it's going to give you all this extra information. This is the most important part here, okay? So only when you log in at 5, 10, and 15 cumulative days, you are going to be able to get a legendary crest. And also at 20 and 25, you'll get a legendary crest and also the legendary gem, the Fervent Fang. Now this Fervent Fang you can get multiple times already, for example, from the Battle Pass, just so you know. And then at 30 days, you're going to get your final 2 legendary crests. Now, if you miss one day, okay, if you miss one day, look at this point here. Daily gifts can only be claimed by logging in each day while the Boon of Plenty is active, otherwise they will be lost. So if you missed one day here, okay, what's going to happen is that to get this, you will have to buy another battle pass and wait until you get to your 30 days. Let's say you logged in 29 out of 30 days. You'll have to buy another battle pass because it's only when it's active, okay? It's only when it's active that you're going to get this stuff. So you have to log in consecutively over those 30 days, and then at cumulative times you're going to get these extra rewards. So these are the consecutive rewards, these are the cumulative rewards. This is what they don't specify to you just when you look at this. You have to go in here. Realistically, they should have something here that would tells you to go into here, because most people might just miss this. They're like, oh, like you look at this page, wow, okay, I can get this stuff, I can get this stuff, okay, it's only 9/10, boom. A lot of people will do that. They don't look at the fine print. So if you miss any of this stuff, you have to wait until the next day that happens. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, missed the 5th day, you have to wait until day 6 to get the 5th day reward. That's for these extra rewards. The other ones, these consecutive ones, are lost. Like that 5th day, you lost one of these, you lost one of these. It's just how it is. And if you just missed one day, you forgot to log in, or you just couldn't log in for whatever reason, maybe you went on holiday and you just completely forgot, you know, this is what Blizzard is banking on. You'll be like, damn it, I wanted to get those extra 2 legendary crests. But the only way to get it now is to unlock another month of this, because this has to be active. Now, along with that, you're going to get some extra in-game benefits. You're going to get some extra inventory space. You don't really need it. It just stops you going to the shop every whenever. Like, if you're not playing that much, this is never going to be an issue. Remote access to the market, you don't really even need it. You can get to the market in just a couple of seconds. And then you get extra market trade slots. This is literally only useful if you are a pay-to-win player. Okay, so this stuff is pretty much useless. It's not much of a benefit. This could have been added into the game, you know, without even paying. This could be even something separate, you know. And the last one, which unlocks then at level 45, are your Prodigy Path. Now, this is the Adept Path, and this is the Prodigy Path. Now, once again, 400% extra value here, guys. Now, what happens is that every 5th level, after level 45, you're going to get some extra features here. Now, most of the time, it's going to be things like set pieces. Okay, it's going to be a set piece, and you can choose one, and then some crystals on top of that, which you can get from challenge rifts. Okay, not a bad little, just here's an extra reward. Not bad, not bad, not good, not bad. Now, for an extra €20 while you're playing the game. Now remember, €20 doesn't give you all this stuff. You have to earn it. You actually have to play the game, which is quite a lot of the game to get to the final piece. So after you get to level 5 Paragon, every 10 Paragon levels after that, you're going to unlock additional rewards. Now this is what you get for free, the Adepts, and this is what you get for your €20. and it's the exact same reward the whole way down. It's two legendary crests, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and that's the whole way down. And on top of that, then you get scoria, which is, you can convert that at the blacksmith and turn it into the Helicrary. Basically, a really, really bad extra reward. They should have gave something extra here, like or more than 5. It cuts down a bit of time. That's all it does. But yeah, €20 is absolutely outrageous for playing the game, and you slowly unlock these. It will, as I said, it will take a long time to be able to get up to 85. Okay, it will take quite a long time. It will probably take a couple of months at a good pace of playing this game to get to level 5 Paragon, 85 Paragon. I can't even speak anymore, guys. I can't speak anymore. So that's all the bundles. That's the services. Okay, so we went through 5 different methods. Your one-time bundles, then your special bundles / weekly refresh type bundles. Then we went through the 3 services: the Battle Pass and everything surrounding that. We had the Boon of Plenty, and then the Prodigy Path. That's 5 different ways already. Now, once again, the bundles, there's lots of different, ones here, but there's 5 different monetization ways for Blizzard just to get some cash out of you. The next one we're going to look at is the currency here. Okay, now you can buy eternal orbs, and eternal orbs are used for cosmetics. I'll get back to that in just a moment. You can. I keep getting offered to these rifts by clan members. So you can buy up to €100. You can buy lots of orbs. Okay, you're gonna have lots of orbs if you buy all the bundles anyway, so you don't really need this either. But you can spend, as you can see, these are very, very predatory. Okay, because this is where I'm going to come into the cosmetics in just a moment. You can also buy some for platinum. Platinum is what you use to buy things on the marketplace. The only way to buy things on the marketplace, this place right here, is platinum. So if I just want to buy a rank 1 gem, I have to pay some platinum. Now I wouldn't do that. Now let's just have a look. So just to keep everything together, okay, just to keep everything together, if I go into the shop and if I go down to the currency, and let's say I wanted to buy 50,000 platinum, that's 5,000 gems, which means I'd have to buy the 99.99 bundle, okay, because this isn't anywhere close to it. This is. The prices are very, very specific. 500 orbs, okay, this is too little, this will get it, okay. They'll always make sure that you go for the higher one. Now, so here's your stuff here, 50,000. Okay, it would cost me €99. 99.99 euro. Now, okay, let's just look at a legendary gem that someone put on here. Okay, these are fine. Now, what I have up here is I earned through some daily quest rewards and stuff like that. So you get a couple of hundred every day for free. So, okay, these are level 1 Zod stones. These are, decently easy enough to get, in all fairness. And then you go all the way up the list here. So let's see. We have some level 5 legendary gems here. Let's just look at this one. A rank 4. A rank 4 legendary... a rank 4 out of 5 legendary gem. It's 210,000 to buy this legendary gem. Alright? Now... we know we're going to get 50,000 for every 100 euro, pretty much, right? Now we're going to have some extras saved over and stuff from some of that, so it actually will be less overall. But still, you're still looking like 210,000 just to get that. Let's look at this Svensson. This, a 5-star. Now this would be extremely, this huge cost again, 192,000. But a 5-star, that would be incredibly rare to get, but a rank 1. So that means all these legendary gems here, these can only be put on the auction house, or the marketplace, if someone has paid money. Because the only way to put a gem on the auction house is actually through money. So the only way that you can get a sellable gem is through actually paying for it. And I'll discuss that very shortly with the Crests system. That's the final big thing I'm going to talk about in the pay to win model, before we jump on to the effects of what will happen to the game because of this. Now, so we see the bundles here. Now look at the cosmetics. Now the cosmetics are cool. Now I made a comment earlier. I don't think anyone would have been really, I don't think anyone would have really said anything about this game, because it's a free-to-play game that if all they did was sell some cosmetic type items. Now you could sell so much different things for cosmetics, not just your town portals and some gear and stuff like that. Like, they could have really broken this down and made a lot of money from it. They could have just made some abilities look flashier or changed the color of them and all this stuff, and they could have made a lot of money, millions probably, from it just by this alone, if they really thought it out. And I don't think anyone would have had a single issue with this. Realistically, there will be obviously some, but you know, the reception to the game will be a lot different because these look really good. And this is obviously just the Crusader. Now, there's only a couple of these sets so far. More will most likely be added in as time goes on. Now, they're 1,000 Eternal Gems, or the Collector Edition, where you add in your town portal into this as well. It will change depending on, you know, the type that you have. And these are pretty cool. They are overall. But yeah, the how you look is just amazing. So it's 1,000. Keep that number in mind, 1,000. So let's see, how much will 1,000 cost us? Okay, so we can't get, okay, the third bundle is 600 plus 30. That's still not 1,000. So we're going to have to overshoot that mark to get the 25 euro bundle. But we can also use this 25 euro bundle to buy the collector's set if we want to. So, and even if you were thinking, being like, oh wait, I know, I'll just add up the smaller prices so I don't have to go near this. 600, 300, and 60. You're just slightly short. 600, 900, 960. Now, just because you have an extra pert on top of this, you might just get away with it for the first time. I think this disappears after you buy it the first time, this little extra. But you could, 630 plus 315, you'll just about get to that 1,000. So you can get there a little bit cheaper for your first time. But I believe this little extra is only for your first time buying of it. So yes, you could technically buy one cosmetic set just for a little bit less. So you're looking at, what's this? That would be 10, 15, 16 euro versus 25 euro. A deal, right? A deal, right? So I think there's actually almost like, let me just double check this, 900, 960, 990. Yeah, so you'll have 5 extra left over just because of this little extra thing for the first time. So you'll have 5 orbs left over, I believe. So that's the cosmetics. Now, once again, I truly believe that no one would have had an issue, because, especially because this is a free-to-play game, if this was the only thing they were going to monetize. The cosmetic side, where skins, well, some games will make skins add power, but if these didn't add power, I honestly believe no one would have had an issue. Now, this is the system where people will be spending the most of their money. The Eternal Legendary Crests. Now, it's very important to note that there's 3 different type of crests, okay? You have your standard crests. You need to have at least one of these active to go into a rift, okay? You need to have at least one of these active to go into a rift. On top of that, I don't have any of the legendary crests, unfortunately, because, well, I haven't bought any or anything like that. So I don't have any of those crests. But the thing is what the game does not tell you specifically, at least you have to read the fine print once again, another little practice, is that the legendary crests are different from the eternal crests, and the picture surrounding them is very minute. Okay, there's a very small difference in legendary crests. Here are your standard legendary crests versus the actual eternal. It's just a very small difference when they're really small down. They should really change this. But legendary crests and eternal crests, legendary crests, work the exact same in that you will get a legendary gem guaranteed after your little rift, which takes about 5 minutes of gameplay to do. And you will get up to a maximum. You can insert up to a maximum of 10 legendary crests into that slot at any one point. It makes it look like there's only 3 slots, but once you put in 3 slots, you will get an option to add 7 outright. Not 4, not 5, not 6, it's 7 outright. There you go, an exact 10, which is 1,600 orbs. 1,600 orbs, you cannot, now, for the one, I believe once again, for the one-time purchase, you get this little extra. I could be wrong with this, but let's just say that 150 doesn't exist. To get those 1,000 orbs, you're going to be paying the €50 option. But then you can spend it twice and you'll get 20 orbs, all right? 20 orbs, €50. More or less. More or less. Actually, let me double check that again. 1,600. Yeah, okay, with the pluses you'll be fine. But once again, if these pluses don't come here, that's not even going to check out. But yes, so for 10 you have to spend 1,600 orbs, which will cost you about €50. Okay, with extra left over, so you can buy about 20 of them, roughly. They're about €2 or so, or more or less per crest. So along with this, okay, the biggest difference is that when you buy crests using the currency system, they become eternal crests. The eternal crests are the only way of putting a gem that you get, a legendary gem, on the marketplace here. So someone, all of these people have put these gems on because they have spent money. Okay, and the only way an ordinary free-to-play player will ever get their hands on this is if they somehow get this platinum, which they can get a couple of hundred every single day, to save up over a long period of time and wait and be lucky, provided these don't increase too much, and get lucky and spend it on this. So this could take months of gameplay just to get one. And you will not be able to upgrade these items. You will not. That will probably take years just to upgrade it a rank or 2 or 3, And these can go up to 10 ranks. All right. So if you want to get one of those legendary gems, you're going to have to purchase thousands of these and rank them up. To rank up a gem, it's not easy at all, okay? It's actually quite difficult to do that, and this is where the cost goes through the roof. If I come over here, okay, and if I wanted to upgrade one of, let's say, where's my 2-star? Okay, this is 2-star. If I wanted to upgrade this, okay, I need to sacrifice at least 15 regular gems, because these are all rank 1s. It's like 1 per one. I'd have to sacrifice 15 other legendary gems to get this up 1 rank. And what do you think happens at rank 4? It's going to need more and more and more up to get it to rank 10. And that's just 1 gem. That's just 1 gem. You're as a free-to-play player, you're rarely ever going to see a legendary gem. Now, you can craft some level 1 basic gems. Yes, that's true. But this is going to take you a long time just to craft one of these. Realistically, you might get 1 or 2 extra legendary gems a week. But that's 2 power. Remember, a rank 1 gem, which these particular ones are, more or less, some of these are rank 2. This is a rank 2, for example. You're going to need to sacrifice each of those gems and break them down just to get 1 rank. And once again, to get it to 10 ranks, this is going to cost hundreds of gems. And that's just 1 gem. There's 6 gems on a character. So if you want rank 10 gems, the best gems, which you have to buy, by the way, the only way to get them to drop is to buy them. And you have to get lucky that they're also rank 5. Okay? Rank 5, sorry, that they're level 5, and then you have to then level up the ranks after that.
Nothing else I can help
The
you with?
cost goes into the tens of thousands of euro just to get that alone. Okay, and it's estimated that just to get these gems and get the best of the best on one character at the moment, because once again, the game will get updated over time most likely, and more stuff will be added in. So once anyone ever gets anywhere close to max, I'm sure, they're going to be ready to add in more stuff to make sure that you don't feel so powerful anymore. The game will evolve, things will go up in prices, and you'll probably have to spend more money because there'll be new gems that will outdo the old gems, yada yada. You can just see where this goes on. So the cost that's floating around at the moment on average look, because remember, just because a legendary gem is guaranteed to drop at the end of a rift, it does not necessarily mean that it's going to be the gem that you will want. It could be a lower gem out of the 5 stars. You might get a 1 star. So trying to get a 5 star out of pure luck, realistically, and then rank that up to 10, and like you're going to have to do hundreds, maybe even thousands of rifts, paying 25 to 30 plus euro a pop just to put 10 at a time into it, just for 5 minutes of gameplay. This is how Blizzard get around the loot box. The loot boxes where they don't have to display the percentages, is because technically you have to play the game before the loot boxes is involved. So that's where they get around the technicality. Another predatory practice. And once again, speaking of predatory practices, since it is in the small print realistically, a lot of people will just see these crests and be like, ooh, I can sell this on the marketplace. But no, it's the eternal ones that you can spend on the marketplace. A lot of people have, without a doubt, made that mistake already. So these are all the practices, all the different ways that the game makes you, all the different ways that you can spend money in this game. Now, once again, through predatory practices, this game is making its money, okay? And like putting the free daily reward at the end of all of these, it's just a matter of time until one day you'll be like, you know what? I have an extra couple of euro. Let's just buy a bundle. It's just going to happen. Or, oh, I got paid yesterday. Let's buy a bundle or two. It's preying on people like that. It's hoping. It's waiting for you. They just want that little bit of weakness before you do it. Or maybe every month and a half or so, you're going to purchase the next battle pass. Maybe even empower it. Maybe you will even buy the Boon of Plenty so you can get 7 legendary crests. Once again, legendary, not eternal legendary. You can't sell these gems on the marketplace and get something for it. They're all bound to you. If they're not eternal, they're bound to you, okay? So there's realistically no way for a free-to-play player to get this stuff, realistically. And to rank it up in particular, it will take years and years and years of gameplay. If even that is, I couldn't even go through the math on that. It's just impossible. But you're looking at, people have been getting average luck, okay? People have been looking at average luck, and they're estimating, and this is in dollars, I'm seeing the number thrown around, $100,000 to $150,000 just to be able to get your 6 gems maxed and have a maxed character as of now. Okay, and that's not going to buy you your paragons. This is going to require gameplay. That's not going to buy you the Helicrary. That's not going to buy you the Sanctum stuff. All those extra stuff, all those extra stats, they're going to require gameplay. But this will make it a hell of a lot faster because legendary gems will equal more power, and you can see where this is going. It makes content easier. Now this is where I'm coming in from. So this is all the pay to win stuff aside. This is the cash shop stuff aside. Let's look at the consequences of this. So we kind of already dipped into it, that the PvE aspects of it, since you're paid to win, one of these big legendary gems will take a very long time for a free-to-play player to get, if they ever will get it. Now, a free-to-play player can get 1 free legendary gem off the Hilt Trader per month. I already bought it, okay? It's not an egregious price. It's quite, it doesn't cost much because Hilts are very easy to get. So you can get 1 a month. So for someone who paid for 10 of those gems, okay, in one go to put into one rift, the maximum amount you can put into a rift, they would have spent anywhere between 25 to 50 euro just to get 10. Okay? So they would have paid that. Or maybe they would have got it for some bundles or something like that, okay? So they could spend 25 to 50 euro. They can get their crests, or they wait 10 months, so you can also get your one per month legendary crest. They can do that, and they can run their thing in 5 minutes, and they're already 10 months ahead of you, technically. Now, once again, there's true wars and stuff, like the Shadow Wars. There is a top prize, from what I know. I don't know, it's probably just one legendary crest or something. I'm not sure, because I haven't got this yet. But there is another opportunity to get a legendary crest, but you'd have to be pretty good. And this is where the issue is going to happen. So this is the PvP section of the game. It's divided into clan wars, which is the Shadow War system, and battlefields. Now the clan wars is when your guilds convert into a shadow guild after level 43. All players need to be level 43. It's an end game system. And there's lots of benefits to doing this, okay? For your guilds, that is. But once you compete and get into the finals and maybe get into the top 10, you will then have a chance of getting a legendary crest. Now, if any of these guilds on your server, okay, are paid to win and have lots of whales in it, guess what? You're not going to get in here. There's no way you're going to win. Because your guild, who might have only 1 or 2 pay to win, or maybe no pay to win players, are not going to win versus the guild that has all the whales in it. So this completely destroys the Dark Clan system. It's already unfair. Right now you might have a bit of a chance because the game is only new. But just wait a little bit longer and your guild, if it's a free-to-play guild, will never have the opportunity to get into the tops. It won't. I'm sorry. It won't. Admit that to yourself now and just realize you're not going to do anything decently here. You can still play around with all the free stuff. You can gain all the different percentages, level up your ranks, get your 32% damage and defense increase over time. You can do your daily activities and you can get all the experience and your paragon levels. You can get the additional ranks, guild rank stuff where you get some extra little benefits from these ranks, blah blah blah, but you're not going to win at the end of the day, okay? Same eventually with the shadows, when it gets to the reckoning stage, when you take on the immortals, the defending guilds, the guilds who are the immortals at the moment, if the immortal guild is full of whales, your guild is never going to unseat them. It's the guild that has the pay to win players that are going to hold that leaderboard for the longest time. Which brings me nicely into the next section, leaderboards. So the game has multiple leaderboards between challenge rifts, your shadows, different shadows and stuff, battlegrounds, warbands, and your just lots of different rifts and dark clans and stuff, okay? So if you realistically be like, okay, I'm going to play and I'm going to be the best of the best, I'm going to get to number 1 or in the top 10 or something, okay? I can barely do challenge rifts in the early 20s at the moment, okay? I think I'm like level 20 or something like that. I can't remember right now. I probably could get a couple of more done, maybe. Okay, and that's as a pretty much a free-to-play player. I paid for a battle pass, that's it. I don't get legendary gems and all that, realistically. There's a guy on this server right now at level 62, this Lancelot guy. Is there any way to inspect what his... Okay, there actually is. Ooh, okay, this is going to be fun. He's level 41 Paragon. Jesus, he's 20 levels higher than me already. He has a level 3 gem here. He has a 2 gem here. They're rank 3 though. He has a level 3. He has a level 3. Level 3. Okay, so he's done a bit of whaling at level 4. He's done a bit of whaling. You can only get this. You can only get this by spending, by the way. And since he is at the top of the game right now, without a doubt. Oh, and look at how high some of these levels are. This will take you months just to get up to alone. Yeah, this guy's a pure whale. This guy's a pure whale. So no disrespect to this guy, and he looks pretty cool as well, by the way. But no disrespect to him, but this is a whale, okay? There's no way a free-to-play player anytime soon is going to get to a level such as this, okay? So to be in this leaderboard, okay? Oh, I'm 19. I'm 19. I'll probably be able to get to the early 20s. To be realistically, I don't play these every day. To get to, you know, I'm 419. To get anywhere near where the tops of these people are going to require a lot of money, because challenge rifts just will eventually get silly in terms of to complete them. There's 200 levels of challenge rifts just to keep people busy. And if you want to be the person to get there for the first time and get your name cemented into the server and be like, oh, there we go. Okay, this guy here, Sorty, has a lot of them. 10, 20, 50, 60. And now there's a guy called Ingrav who cleared level 70 before him yesterday, as of the time of this recording. Now everyone gets a nice little reward for this, which is nice. Like it's something small, but it's like, yay, someone got there. Woo, go server, woo. But still, this is the next one. Your Battlegrounds, okay? To be able to get anywhere in the tops, to even get the ranks, like this guy's a legend, okay? He's a legend in the rankings. He's a legend. If I go into the Battlegrounds and if I go to the ranks, okay, go through all these ranks up here, there's someone who's already here, okay? There's multiple ranks of legend. Now, okay, he's in the legend tier, so well, he's top 1 at the moment, but by the time the season ends, if he stays up there, he's going to get a lot of rewards, okay? So he's already a legend because he's rank 1 at the moment. There's no way in hell, unless you are an absolute whale, that you're going to be anywhere near these guys. Now, I do maybe a battleground a day just to get some extra rewards or something, or else if it might help my rank improve in the shadows. I don't take it seriously. I win maybe once or twice here and there, but we just have to hope that we have a couple of whales on our team. If you enter a battleground and there's a lot of whales on the other side of if your opponent has a lot of whales, you're going to lose. It's simple as that. So PvP is destroyed because of pay to play. The shadows and the shadow war, pay to win. Battlegrounds, complete pay to win. You just need these guys to have their legendary gems or whatever. You just need to have these guys to have legendary. He's a rank 5 already on that. Like another rank 5. Like, and imagine they have to get these up to level 10. So okay, he's probably spent a couple of thousand so far. Yeah, he probably has spent a couple of thousand so far, but nowhere near what he's going to need to. And these are all like level 8s already. So yeah, he's a pretty big beast here. He doesn't have so much power here so far, but look at this. There's 540 levels of this, and these are all required by keys. Okay, oh my god, just thinking of these numbers is actually making me cry almost with how much money Blizzard wants you to actually spend. And also with warbands, so warbands are a feature added in, but if you want to be in the best of the best warband, realistically, where you can have up to, is it 8 or 10 members? I think it's 8 members. Yeah, it's 8 members. If you want to be in a warband, and if you want to be the best warband on the server, for example, you know what, you're going to have to have nothing but whales on your team. No one is going to beat your time. Like, look at this. There's 1 second between these guys at the moment. And they're at a level 3 in progress. Now, just to show you what a level 3 in progress means, just so everyone has a clear understanding of it, I'm going to actually have to teleport to get there, is that you're going to have extremely high combat rating. Now, I'm going to show you firstly my combat rating as a free-to-play player who's playing a little bit here every day, kind of a daily type thing, which I will be quitting once I get to once I get to Battle Pass level 40. I'm 36, that will be done by the end of this week or the start of next week. That will be most likely finished, and I'll be finished my Diablo Immortal time. And thank God as well. I probably shouldn't even complete it, to be honest. It's just a waste of time. Like, me playing this right now is a complete waste of time. And I know it is. So that's even the worst thing, that I know it is a waste of time and I'm still playing it anyway. That's what, see, I'm just going to have to off the band-aid, just rip it off and be like, done. But I do want to get to level 40 because I did pay that €5. But see, that's Blizzard winning. Blizzard's winning by me doing that. But to be honest, when I'm eating my breakfast in the morning and I play this for 30 minutes, or something like that, that's it. That's literally what it is. The only reason I'm playing it more right now is because, well, I'm making a video and I'm not really playing it as such. So I'm going to show you my combat rating, which is 925, 928. Okay, currently, and that's good. Like, that's decent for a free-to-play player as of right now. Okay, so that's going to be gained by your gear, your gems, all that kind of stuff that you added in. Now, just for me to fight the level 2 version of this first raid boss, I need 1,250. So I'm still quite a big number away from this. I think this is 420, and I can't see what this is because I have to win this. This is probably like 2,000 or something like that, even more. So for all those guys, for all these people here in this warband who completed this level 3, okay, they would have all had to be, let's say, 2,000 plus or whatever the heck it is. And people have already done that. Only a few groups have done it so far, okay, to complete a level 3. Even a level 2 right now is quite impressive, to be honest. Not that many people would even have that power yet. But literally, to get to level 3 at this early into the game, you have to be a whale. And a serious whale at that. So that's another system. The shadow system with the wars, you have no hope in winning. Realistically, no. If you want to be in the tops of the Challenge Rift, or even get really high in the Challenge Rift, not a hope. Not unless you're a whale. Sorry, not going to happen. You might get decently far after a couple of months, etc., and years of playing, just little by little, just making slow progress. But yeah, you're not going to get up there. No. Shadow system gone. Battlegrounds, no. Full of whales, etc. They're going to just stomp you. If you have a free to play team versus another team who's been spending tens of thousands, who's going to win? Them. They have the legendary gems. They have the higher equipment. They have all the other extra stats. Game over. It's not about skill at this stage. There will always be an element of skill. Surviving a bit longer, taking someone out. But once someone is whaling enough, there's no way you're going to take them down. Warbands, if you want to be in the tops here, even if you want to progress up as fast as possible, or anything to do with leaderboards, game over. Don't even think of it. And same with the 2, 3, and 4 kind of parties of these rifts here. Don't even think of it. Unless you're whales. All these people here. Whales, whales. Whales, whales. Okay? Not going to happen. Good luck. Whales. You're not going to get your name cemented here in comparison to someone else. You might get a quick win at the start if you're one of the first players, but once people start paying, you're going to be outdone. You might get to that level one day, but that's after months of years of playing, where they can get it within 2 weeks of the game coming out. You see the difference. And then same with the Dark Clans, if people are like really high up, whales. Pretty much. So as you can see, guys, even the PvE elements, which this is a PvE element, if you want to get anywhere near here anytime soon, you're going to have to pay. And I have no idea what all these bosses are. The only way that I know that the next boss is that there is another boss potentially open. I don't know how you get to him or when he opens or whatever. It's probably after a set time. It's this guy, Vitath. He's going to be the next guy. I'd imagine. But I don't know how you open up these. I don't know when it happens. Maybe it's an update that happens in the game. Maybe he's not even made yet. I don't know. I don't even think it happens once you get to level 3, because there's nothing saying that in the leaderboards here. It just says, this is it. So, there we go. So pretty much that's it. So, and then even on the outside, when you're just doing quests and stuff, you'll have, not that it's a big deal or anything, but people who obviously have a lot of power because they spent a lot of money, they're just going to rip through all the content very quickly, which might even stop you from getting to rares faster, bosses faster outdoors, because if they tag the boss before you, it's especially the purple ones, you can't get anything on it. So people will essentially get in front of you before you can even get to the boss or do some damage. So there's lots of different things. They'll complete everything faster than you because they are paying. It's as easy as that. Whales can be used in your advantage, that if they're on world bosses or some events with you, you know, you'll get through that stuff a lot faster. So there is a plus side to it. But that's not you, that's them. You know, you're only benefiting from their paying the game. And lastly, my final point about this entire shameful practice is that since Blizzard see that people are willing to spend all these crazy prices that we've discussed already, and they will see the thousands and thousands that they're going to get from lots of these players, okay, which will result in millions and millions, they're going to just keep doing this. So my biggest fear for Diablo 4 is that there's going to be some sort of transactions, microtransactions built into it. We already know cosmetics are going to be in the game. That has never happened in Diablo before. And now it is. Because of this game. Realistically, that's what it is. It's this game is going to inspire it. And that's just now. They're going to probably add in other things that will bring, you know, that will give them extra money. Because Diablo 4 will cost multiples more to make compared to this game. So if they can make this one of their cash cows, just like World of Warcraft, if Blizzard can make this a cash cow and make some millions of it every month or whatever, they're gonna be fine. They don't care about the bad press. Maybe they do to an extent, maybe some of the developers do, but they're making their money. And this is just a shameful game, and I urge, if you have listened this far, thank you so much for your time, guys, but I urge you, do not play this game. And if you're going to play it to the campaign finish, because the story is, you know, well, the story is not even good, but at least that portion of the game is decent. Okay, the gameplay is decent. It's not good, it's not great. I used to call it good, but the more I played it, I realized this is not good. But just to play it casually, to get to the end and just kill off the last boss, you know, do that maximum, but do not pay a single cent to this game. I urge you, and do not continue to play it thinking in the vain hope that you're ever going to be in the tops or that you're going to get progress, because realistically, as we saw, you will spend 10 months just to get to get 10 legendary gems that someone can spend just a bit of money and have that and get 10 months ahead of you. In 5 minutes it takes to get 10 months ahead of you, just because they used no wallet. So if that doesn't make my point clear, then nothing else will. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. A bit longer than I actually thought, but I hope I did explain the entire system as well as I realistically could. I don't think I missed out on anything, but there is a possibility I missed out on anything. But basically, it is a pay-to-win game, and that's the end of the story. Okay, and the PvE and especially the PvP elements that will be affected just because of this alone. You will not win. You will not get further. These people will outpay you with wallets. So unless you're willing to spend hundreds of thousands in this game, just stop. If you want to spend hundreds of thousands, which I implore you to not, even if you're a millionaire, I implore you to not, because they just want your money and you're encouraging them to allow these practices to continue. The only way that we can potentially even win is if millions of people just stop playing. And trust me, there will be a huge drop-off. Blizzard might be happy with their numbers right now, that they have so many millions registered, but they're not going to tell us how many people uninstalled the game. We might have to wait for the quarterly earnings reports just to get a little bit of a hint of how it's going. But if things go well, they'll have a lovely number at the start of that quarterly report, and that will start to decline rapidly as the game dies. Hopefully dies. The problem is people who watch YouTube videos, who even look at guides and all that type of stuff, are the minority of gamers. Most people will just pick this up on their mobile phone and just flick through it when they're on the train or some sort of transport to work in the morning or stuff like that. They're not looking into all this stuff. They probably are the people who are going to be corrupted, and just Blizzard are preying upon them as we speak. So that's my say in this. That's the end of my trilogy of videos regarding Diablo Immortal. Don't spend any money on this game. Quit the game, uninstall the game, because I'm going to be doing that in exactly 3.5 battle pass levels. I shouldn't even do it, and I know I shouldn't do it, but I'm going doing it, and then I'm installing. I should install it right now. And you never know, that could happen too. So there we go, guys. That's the reason why I quit in advance. I'm not going to make a video why I quit, or will I? I don't think there's a point, but you never know. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day. And in case I don't see you, my lovely unicorns, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Jamie out. Take care.